Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerd Box. I am Dom.
This dude's Major.
Your boy EJ.
And today we are doing episode 6 of Moon Knight. And this particular episode right here might be the best one out of the bunch.
I think so.
Yeah, most definitely. It gave everything it needed to. But
there's always a but.
Always a but. I felt like there was some drop. Well, no, I don't want to say drop. They didn't drop it. It was some missed opportunities.
Like what, man? Talk to me.
You know, I was hoping for the Jake thing, big time.
Man, look, what episode? The episode 4.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, you was right. You called it.
That's what I said, dog.
You
was right.
Last episode, he gonna end up being the end credit scene.
Yeah.
To leave you with cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Because it's Disney.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that though. I didn't want to say you was right. Because I learned my part.
Man, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. Another missed opportunity was the whole Bass thing. Because in the comic book, Bass is Khonshu's sibling. Mm-hmm. You know, I felt like if they was hitting on the Egyptian pantheon, which technically Bass would still be a part of, the other deities that they have put in stone, because there was a few of them on that room and with their,
it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. You know, it felt like there was things they could have hit on, and they just kind of, for the story's sake, we just gonna go past this, and you saw it, but we gonna keep it pushing, you know, for the story's sake, type deal, you know.
Season 2, they may go back to it.
But true, and more than likely they will. You know, they might be saving content. You're probably right.
Everything that you think would happen in season 2 is not gonna happen in season 2. Let's just go ahead and be honest about that. If it does happen, it'll be the last episode.
Yeah.
And they made you wait a whole season to see that one thing.
That's a good point. And now that Jake clearly got his own deal going with it, it's probably going to be more focused on that. We probably ain't going to even see the other gods and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, it's kind of pointless. You might see Layla.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them is kind of pointless up until, a certain extent.
Actually, now that you say it, bro, Layla was probably the MVP for me for this episode, bro. Seeing her in that suit, that was fire.
Oh, man. For me, what did it for me was when Stevens started throwing hands, man.
Oh yeah.
He actually was like, all right, let me show you what this suit do.
Boom, boom.
And he started going in. It's like, okay, I think Steve done got right.
Okay. I see that.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the whole Power Ranger effect in the background was kind of weird, man.
I like the Kaiju giant fight.
The Power Ranger effect, that was weird as hell, man.
You talking about with the giant monster?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You popped that shit. I was a Power Rangers fan coming up. Man, that was my shit. That fight did everything for me. the between Layla and the big Kaiju fight, whatever they want to call it, that was pivotal moments, bro.
Yeah. That was my moment to fight the big gods fight.
Now, what threw me off about that whole fight scene was the fact that they started getting their ass whooped by Arthur. It's like, bro, how?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how?
Well, maybe it was because his god was there in physical form, and she was absorbing all them souls. You know, they're just funneling her powers through him, I suppose.
And look, we have yet,
which was weird.
We have yet to see Arthur throw hands. Arthur has yet to throw hands in this whole series. But at the end of this series, Arthur is that dude, huh?
Yeah. And he still had glass in his shoe.
That's hear the crunch of the glass, man. Kind of, man. With my hair stand up, bro. I don't like that sound, bro. It's just the whole time you just crunch. Yeah, man. They ain't right. They do better than that.
And
he'll give it to him though. I ain't gonna lie, he'll give it to him.
It did seem weird that he could all of a sudden fight. You know, like he mastered the.
Yeah, like he mastered what needed to be done. Like, like he got a god on his side or whatever, not, and the knowledge of martial arts just came out of nowhere.
You know, I knew he was gonna amp up, but I thought it was gonna be because the whole process, how they do with their little avatars. You know, Layla got a suit. You know, to me, that confirmed once they, you know, funnel their power through you, they give you the full suit and stuff. He was kind of underwhelming for me. You know, I like Amit as a villain more than I like Harold the whole series, bro.
I don't know. Amit went out like a sucker at the end.
Yeah, true. But the entrance and at the time of her being there, it was pretty decent. But yeah, you right.
Like she died to a bullet to the head, man. Got put inside the insane asylum. Jake came in, almost wiped the whole hospital out.
Couldn't see it though. We couldn't see that part.
The only time that they could have gave us something with Jake, and they still don't give it to you, but they just show you that he's there. Because, you know, they prove what we've said already, which is Jake was the one that was blacking out and doing all this stuff since episode 1.
Which I was pretty positive on that one.
You got it.
Yeah.
But the thing that gets me is in this end credit or this post credit scene, end credit scene, whatever. Instead of showing us what he does, they still block it out without even blacking out the screen.
Yeah,
you saw him walk by and it was bodies laying on the ground. Like, man, you really could have showed us that.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing after this. You showed him to us. Let us see what he actually does and how he do it.
And also didn't see the point of them doing it the way they did it. You know, we really knew it was Jake by this point, especially after the coffin. I thought that was like like what they tried to do with that end credit scene on the last episode with that coffin. I felt like that did everything that the very last scene gave us. It was like, okay, we know Jake is here. Why are we still teasing at it? You know, when we could at this point show it. It's the last episode.
The reason they do it, right, is because they know that you're going to come back next week to see Jake. But we're not going to give him to you. Yeah. Not yet.
Never.
Not yet. So then when Mark started twitching out, it's like, okay, Jake about to come in and blackout. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then this end credit scene come and there he is right there. Mark is more trouble than he realized.
I wonder why Jake and Steve and Mark never go in the deeper thought about the fact that they both blacked out at the same time. You know, when Jake is taking over, they never question it further. They notice it and then they don't question it further, not necessarily in this episode, but I think they were or should have been aware of it, especially with Steven being as smart as he is. You know, and it just seemed like it just one of those moments that just got brushed past, you know, like, you know, for the sake of the story, we just not even going to address it.
It'll make too much sense.
Yeah.
Everything that was supposed to happen would have and wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Because had they known that they had another ego, they probably would have put more careful thought of trusting Kaju.
Yeah.
Control. You know what I'm saying? Because this I don't know, this Egyptian god literally went inside this man's mind and created a whole nother ego, a whole nother personality, bro, that he doesn't even know about. Which is that's some slime shit.
They already walk on the eggshells about him, try to get free of him anyway. So they found that happened. That just caused more problems, I believe, man. I want to see more. You was right though. It kind of pissed me off saying that you was right. 'Cause I wanted to see more of it. I wanted to see how he did all that. I want to see how he got them bodies started. It's just weird, man.
Like they could at least dedicated like an episode,
10 minutes, 10 minutes, it worked.
Or show like when they realize like, no, that wasn't me, and then had like a short little brief flashback and it show what the hell Jake was doing.
Yeah,
and then they realized like, oh, it's another one. But it was just like, oh, it wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me either. All right, whatever. Come on, let's finish this.
No, they doing the carrot on the stick. Now they know the audience will say, "What the fuck just happened? Why we ain't seeing this, man?"
Come on, we know what happened. We don't have to question that. We've been calling it. We've been calling most of this, almost all of it, since episode 3.
You're right, but we not average fans. We the one that analyze things. The average fan say, "Why is this happening? Why you can't show us what's going on?"
Man,
you know what I mean?
It's so obvious that you clearly see what's going on.
Right.
Even when they don't show you what's going on, it's just predictable. You know what it is.
Carrot on the stick.
Carrot on the stick, huh? It's more like that dollar on the stick from that commercial. Dollar on the fishing pole.
Oh, State Farm commercial?
You gotta be cooking it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they never got that dollar off that pole, and nobody got that Jake until the end of the season, and you still didn't get him.
I ain't gonna lie.
All you got was a Michael Jackson look over the shoulder, and it went off.
I ain't gonna lie. The smartest thing to do for that dollar is tackle the old man ticket, but that's it. Neither here or there.
Man,
I get the dollar.
It was a really good episode. You know, all of my complaints.
I love this episode.
Take away from the episode.
And we predicted. Well, Dom, we predicted the last episode would be the best one. It kind of had no choice but to be the best one.
Now, I was gonna say it is some stuff that lost me about this episode, mainly because of the way it ended. I hated that ending. That ending was hot garbage.
Which one?
It's like, oh, we woke up in the bed and these chains are on us for some reason. Don't know why the fuck the chains are on us. We know each other now.
It's over. We got the chains on us.
We know each other now. We know everything that just happened actually happened. So why did this shit rewind back like none of it ever happened? That is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I didn't understand that neither. And I tried to make it make sense in my head. Like, okay, maybe Jake brought him in, and I was like, nah, that don't feel right neither.
That's the thing, though. He probably brought him in, but it still don't make sense. Yeah, why chain him to the bed? Why put the sand around? Why make it seem like
he crazy?
Yeah, like nothing ever happened. Like, and you clearly know something happened.
And
why do I need the chain on my leg? We know each other. We cool with each other. We live with each other now. Yes. There's no need for the damn chain.
Yeah, because the moment Mark pop up,
you know what I'm saying? Ain't like they're worried and not worried about not being able to control each other. They obviously know how to work with that department and know when not to switch out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it seems like they figured it out. They can do it pretty much at will.
Exactly. So there was no point to make it seem like, what was that? Episode 3? No, that was episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1, episode 2.
What?
Episode 1, when he woke up out the chains and ran and it yanked him. That's episode 1. That was pointless.
Yeah.
That was pointless for them to even do that. If Khonshu is still a part of them, how do they not know that?
Yeah.
They
should. How do they not know that? They should feel that power.
Yeah, they know how it felt when the power left them the first time. When dude did the little thing with the
we got trapped with the
stars with the constellations and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, and they started sealing them. That right there should have been a direct comparison to how I feel when Khonshu really leave a body.
Exactly. You know? So, you know, I don't know. It didn't make sense. The post-credit scene really didn't wow me like that either.
Because they, like, bro, I really feel like they did that already in episode 4 with the coffin. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that could have been. I think
the end credit scene was more because like you said earlier, in these episodes we were doing, there technically wasn't supposed to be a season 2.
Yeah.
And I think that post-credit scene was more of introducing a season 2.
Yeah.
And I feel like that post-credit scene could have been better.
If they were going to do it like that anyway.
Yeah, because now at this point, it's like Khonshu is the fucking villain.
I mean, shit, is the way they've been portraying him the whole movie, honestly. You know, Amit really didn't seem too in the wrong other than the not giving people a chance to fuck up. You know,
yeah.
The motherfucker just wanted to do his job, but it's one of those things like Thanos syndrome. You just they want to overdo their doggone.
I'm gonna get rid of the universe.
Yeah, you like, man, you could have did that to your planet and left it at that, but you want to go and do everybody's planet. You know, Amit could have been cool right where they was at, you know, getting souls when they come through like in regular fashion, but wanted more. So they like, nah, you're doing too much. We got to seal you off. You know, that felt like what that was. What Amit, it felt like they was real villains per se.
Yeah.
You know, but you know.
And then, you know, at the beginning of the episode, when Layla was ducked off, some fucking how she was ducked off. She knocked somebody out and he didn't notice.
She's usually the filler.
But still, how do you knock somebody out and he don't know? Because he usually remember who the fuck came with him.
Yeah.
And you don't remember now.
Bro,
like he literally heard it, looked over there, and was like, huh? What was that? It's like a video game with a stupid NPC.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If she knocked somebody out and you hear motherfucker get knocked out, bro,
you look in my head, man. Is
you know, hey, go see what that is. You send somebody go see what that is. 2 of them at least.
Exactly. It's like when you play on one of them games and you're crouching, so the NPC doesn't see you.
And you right behind them.
Yeah, and say you make a noise, huh? They do that noise. Look around. They look directly at you, but they can't see you.
Elden Ring.
Huh? Yeah. And the exclamation point pop. Huh?
That is solid snake.
So I didn't get it. And then when you think about it, she left with them, put this disguise on, right? Had the shit over her head, over her face and everything, had the outfit on, everything. Rolled with them on the back of this truck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then nobody noticed. Say,
no, I feel like Arthur looked dead at her.
He did, but he didn't notice. I tell you, it's a dumb NPC.
No, it reminds me of Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny pulling the outfit. Elmer Fudd don't know who it was. Say, how you see the rabbit? Oh, he went that way.
But then it's like when that guard possessed like the dead bodies and was talking. It's like, bro, you got to hear that. You have to hear that. It wasn't like she was whispering. She was just talking.
Loud than a motherfucker. I can take you there if you need me to.
You could be my avatar. I heard quite nice things about you.
About you. I feel like we make a great team. Like, bro, can you whisper, please? You know these motherfuckers got guns.
Like, not only did she ride with them on the back of this truck, she jumped back on the truck. Jumped back on the truck with them. Went to the dang pyramid. It was front row when he opened that motherfucker up. And nobody could tell.
Notice.
Matter of fact, on the part when he killed all the soldiers, right? Mm-hmm. It obviously judged everybody that has not been judged yet. Why the hell didn't it touch her?
That's a good question.
That is a really good question. I didn't even think about that.
Because it didn't touch anybody else that was with him because they've all been judged. That's why they're with him. And literally went to everybody who has not been judged yet. Why did it skip her?
You know, I couldn't figure out how the system of being judged was going after it changed, because it felt like it should have sucked everybody in that city up at once, but then it was kind of just picking random people. You know, I didn't.
And here's something else that get me. Like when she sits on the truck, she's right by the tailgate. Mm. So when everybody else jumped off, she stayed on the damn truck and nobody noticed this shit.
Nobody thought.
And she got out the truck after everybody went further up. It's like, how you
don't notice this shit?
Man, look, man, it's not like she was sneaking either. She was just chilling in disguise.
And she didn't even have a good disguise.
All she had was a cover.
Like, could have sat there, talked, and played spades, and they still wouldn't know who she was.
Man, Arthur had a whole conversation with her in one episode. I know he knew what she looked like. So
like when she was like when she was there talking to the guard, right? Mm-hmm. Like Arthur was like, I know you see me, see you, see you.
Yeah.
You hit that Kevin Hart. You see me, see you, see me, see you. Type shit.
I know I see you, see me, see you, see me. God damn it.
See you.
See you. Yeah.
Joey Craig.
That and the fact that the gods just got smited so doggone fast. It wasn't even a good fight.
Man, look. That right there was so horrible. It's like, oh, somebody's breaching the pyramid. Who could it be? Arthur. He bust in. It's like, good night.
You know, now that I think about it too,
everybody has a suit. Why didn't they put the suit on after they got their ass whooped?
I was just about to say that. Why didn't nobody use a suit? Is the only people that gonna use it is Layla and in Moon Knight,
Stephen Martin.
Even Arthur could have technically used the suit. You know, I'm confused of why nobody else thought, hey, maybe I should armor up. You know, if we're gonna be actually fighting. You know, it seemed like all the other guys got pretty much killed.
And what make it even crazy is Arthur knows how to use the suit. He used to use the
Moon Knight suit.
Yeah, that is odd.
Man, look. No. I started watching this episode, and as this episode went on, I'm like, man, this is the best episode of the season. And then the ending happened.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Okay. And it ended right there. I was like, bro, there's no way. It has to be an ending or post-credit scene. And there it is. Also underwhelming. It's like, oh my God, it's Jake. Yeah. I don't get Jake in this season though. So probably 2 years down the line, then yeah.
It wasn't even a good like they've been hitting this so heavy. it was light hits in the season. It wasn't nothing significant. Like, okay, he finally, got his revenge. He been wanting to be the one to kill this motherfucker or something like that. It was no real motive behind it. We never understood why him and Khonshu was like this on the low. Him
and Khonshu was probably like that because, technically Khonshu formed him. That's what they made it seem like.
Yeah, like he fractured his mind even more, which goes to show how many more personalities have we not seen. Is this the last one? Are there more? And if so, how many more?
Man, it seemed like when one mess up, man, he just got another one for the backup plan. All right, man. Hey, he ain't acting right, man. Hey, come in here. You in. Hey, get your ass on the bench.
And when you look into Moon Knight, he got a bunch of different versions of himself like that, and they talk about his mind being fractured as a child and Khonshu making it worse, so he was easier to break and controlling each personality. And of course, each of them got their own special thing. I think he had like an astronaut version of himself and everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
At the end of the day, whenever he dies, at least he know he don't have to deal with all those personalities.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, he could just toss the ass right off of the boat.
Holy shit!
He could just toss the motherfucker off the boat. Like,
go to the sand dunes,
man. Yeah, man. It's just me and Steven here, boss. Hey, you got to go, man.
You talk about lying, man.
And you're like, oh, you thought you about to go to the promised land, huh? Nah.
You killed all them people that time. Oh, off the boat you go.
Man.
Yeah, man. You got to go, man. You got to go. We trying to go to these petals and lily pads and everything else inside here, the butterflies.
Hit them with that. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Like on like Lil Nicky, the butterflies.
The butterflies.
You know what I'm saying? But
it smells nice up here.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I fully feel about this one, man. I feel like it's the best episode, but at the same time, man, that like I don't know, man. Like,
chicken,
it's just like
that Beyond Chicken.
It's action, and then it just
bullshit.
It just dropped. Like it just dropped. There was no decline. Wasn't no slow slope. That shit just dropped.
It's like
action. First episode.
That's the thing. Like you were saying, this is one. It could be one of the best episodes if the ending was way better. It just,
man, look.
Once the ending came out, when you start seeing the post credits on, it came out. It is kind of like you dropped the level. You just dropped it a little bit, man.
Man, look. And the crazy part is they could have did the ending the exact fucking same, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in that particular moment, when they both blacked out, just show Jake do what he do. Show Jake do what he do. That's all you had to do. You could have ended this episode in that stupid, ridiculous way. All you wanted to do.
Just show Jake.
You fumbled. You fucking fumbled.
Yeah. That end credit scene really could have just been the last scene, and they could have did a whole different end credit scene, and it would have been fine.
Man, look.
It didn't feel like it was a separate part from the TV show. It just felt like they just rolled credits early, and it was part of.
It's a god. Arthur has a god inside of him. It's Amit. It's Arthur. How the fuck they end up in the insane asylum?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
It made no sense. And then if they did end up in there, why the fuck she just didn't leave?
You know they could do it.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
I didn't like how when you were saying he ended up back in his apartment, because you think Layla somebody would have been right there to be like, heck, are you tying yourself up for, or it's I don't know, it's some holes in there.
Yeah, man, it don't make sense, man. And then where the fuck did Layla go?
Yeah,
She just
that was
disappeared just out of nowhere.
You don't know what happened with her guy.
But look, man, they literally went from the high point to just bare bones nothing, and not even bare bones minimum. They gave you bare bones nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think she gonna give up.
They cooked chicken and rice and gave you bones and rice. I don't get it, man. It's like, man, look.
I'll use my whistle. I throw a flag on that play. You know they fucked up.
Deuce, what you rank? What you ranking this one?
I know I'm not giving it an F. I can tell you that right now. But I don't feel like it's deserving of a B. But I don't feel like it's deserving of an A. And I'm stuck somewhere in between that. But for critics' sake and for just taking the story as they gave it to us and not necessarily picking it apart, I think I'm going to go with an
A. Okay. EJ?
Well, if it wasn't for the ending, it'd have been an S off rip. But the ending dropped it off had good acting. It kept me involved in it, so it just
stop.
Stop. I missed all of it. I thought it was just me. I'm like, man, my laptop. Sugar.
Hey, start. Yeah, you had to say all that over again. Didn't hear any of that.
Damn.
As soon as you gave your answer.
I know Stranger Things season 4 is coming out, but don't get a head start.
Well, I'm gonna say I give it an A. The ending dropped it off from an S. It gave you what you wanted to the very end, so that's all. That's why I give it an A. The ending just kind of fell off a little bit.
Okay. And I feel the same way about it. Like while I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is a S."
Yeah, and then it just.
It oh man, that shit kicked me inside of the sand.
It threw you off the cliff like Drew Brees in his arm.
No, that motherfucker kicked us in the goddamn sand.
Yeah, to ride.
Exactly. So right there, the S is gone. It's at an A right now. Yeah. Right? They did that same bullshit blackout scene that they did.
Episode 1.
When Jake was coming every time, they did a little blackout thing. It became a pattern. They didn't give you Jake until the post-credit scene, which was weak as fuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, there isn't really no post-credit scene from Disney Marvel that really, that's really action-packed or whatever you want to say. They could have did it in this one, but it goes away from what they usually do, which is show you the aftermath and then show you who it is, and it goes off. The left questions, the questions that they left unanswered, even though basically the whole show was questions left unfucking answered.
Yeah.
They answered the questions and then gave you more fucking questions that they're not going to give you the answer to. And hopefully they come out with a season 2.
They answer them questions, which they're going to make more of for the late season 3.
Exactly. I want to give it an A, but at the same time, I want to give it a B.
That's about where I feel.
But I feel like if I was to give it a B, then I'd be lying because it's not a B.
That's why I did what I did.
So I'm gonna give it an A
minus. So
I'm gonna give it an A, And
you try. Hey, I can't even lie. That A minus felt valid. It did feel valid. It just sit right there on the borderline of that B, bro. But it don't deserve a B.
yeah, it don't deserve to be, but it started so strong, man, and it just they threw us in the sand. But
it's like getting into that box and putting hands on them. Like sits around, you get knocked out. That's how I feel.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this shit was an A.
Yeah.
An A might be too good. The way I do my ranking as an A is like in numbers wise, it's a 8 or a 7. It's definitely on the 7 side of that A.
Understand? That's justifiable.
That shit is definitely on the 7 side of that A. But yeah, it is a A. Now the series as a whole, though. How do y'all feel about the series as a whole?
If I'm tallying up my rankings, I think I'm back at an A, bro. It was an A series. You know, it wasn't no S rank. I've definitely seen better series. You know,
I believe, man, if it would have did less of these cliffhangers and plot holes and questions we got, and spent most of them out, it would have been an F. But
yeah,
the A just it's just an A just because of
honestly,
that.
I think we at an age in Marvel, Disney's Marvel, where they don't necessarily know what to do.
Disney need to sell it back to the people they got it from. Give it Marvel back.
I won't necessarily say that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that same thing.
But I just feel like
get them back together.
And see, I just feel like the original Avengers, once they separated, died, or grow old and fucking prune or whatever, like they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think they tried to close off too many goddamn story arcs at the same time.
For one, they shouldn't have killed Tony Stark.
Yeah, you made Captain America old for some reason.
Yeah,
you permanently fucked up the Hulk's arm when he's supposed to be able to heal from that. He said it was mostly gamma.
I think you know what? Inside of the trailer for She-Hulk, it looked like he's healed.
Oh, because I thought his arm looked like it was still in the sling when they was talking to each other. Yeah, I think so.
I'm not
entirely sure. I have to go back and look. But Thor, he's basically just as fucked up as Moon Knight.
Thor seemed like he's on the verge of how he was in the What If, where he just wants to like fuck off.
Yeah,
because Odin's gone. Yeah. Somebody else is in control of Asgard, New Asgard.
Brother gone.
And they have another Thor.
Yeah, fact.
Like, there's no need for me. I'm about to just fuck off.
Yeah.
So the question for me with that, and then we're gonna jump back on the Moon Knight thing. If they have a new Thor, do Thor still what? No, not Thor. If they have a new God of Thunder, does he still control thunder?
I mean, I gotta assume, yeah, because Captain America did. You know, that the whole
which didn't make fucking sense.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? A lot of Thor hadn't made sense to me, and I'll tell you why. Because Stormbreaker threw it off. The moment they broke Mjolnir and did Stormbreaker, because I know Stormbreaker is supposed to be Beta Ray Bill's weapon, and and Thor has the hammer, for a certain point, but I believe there is a God of Hammer storyline where they actually go deep into that and show that the hammer is sentient or something like that. So it has its own set of powers, separate from him being the God of Thunder. But clearly they're not going that route, with this movie. So I could only assume that with his dad saying, "Oh, you the God of Thunder," that's just a way to channel his power through it or some shit like that. So they might just be channeling like a fraction of what Thor could actually do.
Shit, who the fuck knew it was just a fucking title you could just grab any goddamn time you wanted somebody else to have it.
Actually, you know what? That was actually a part of the thing. Apparently, Thor is a title. It's not even his name. It's a title. And after he loses it, he just goes by Odinson.
I got a question then.
Yeah.
No. God damn it, no. We're not doing this shit. We about to get back to this Moon Knight. But I am going to confirm that Hulk arm is healed inside of that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Okay. But now back to this Moon Knight. Either we're not doing this shit. No. This is a Moon Knight episode, damn it.
Get off.
We went all the way over there. Goddamn, we in Egypt right now.
We further.
You right. We gotta get back on topic.
But this series, man, like I should have did like I usually do.
You waited.
I should have waited for all 6 episodes.
Lesson learned.
Just like these cliffhangers kill me.
Yeah, definitely a lesson learned.
These cliffhangers kill me, and I definitely probably could have waited to watch that whole thing.
Wait, the thing is, we still have to go. We just have to bring out some. People will ask, "Hey, how y'all think of episode 1?"
Man, we could have did all that in one fucking episode.
But now we started something we can't turn back from.
Yeah, that's why I said
no shit.
As long as you know, cuz I just let you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 other videos. How will we go back from that? I'm just gonna go over there and delete everything.
No, when season 2 come, we could do it. We can change it up season 2 when the season 2 come out.
I mean, the only Disney Plus, I know they got the She-Hulk.
I'll wait for it.
And yeah, about saying that werewolf thing coming out in October. So
wait for it. And then you got
which is crazy that She-Hulk look like it's gonna have the most episodes. They're gonna have 9 episodes.
She-Hulk has the most attorney. She-Hulk.
Yeah. She gonna have 9 episodes, bro. You see how cutthroat they is? They did Loki, what, 6, 7?
They're filming season 2 of Loki.
But it's still, I'm pretty sure that they planning the season 2 of She-Hulk, the way they talking about it. That helped for that to stay.
Man, look, we're getting off topic.
You're right. But this Moon Knight thing is crazy, man.
For me, this series as a whole, I'm gonna say, God damn. From the way that I rank these episodes, this series is a A.
See?
The series is a A, the way that I rank these episodes. I still think that which episode was it? Episode 3 was the best one.
Yeah. That's what we said.
Refresh me real quick. What happened on 3?
3 was the one where they turned the sky back.
Yeah, I like that episode.
Episode 4 was E.
3 and I want to say 5 were the best episodes.
5 was when he went through the
memories and everything.
Yeah.
No, What's it? Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was the memory thing.
Yeah, those two had to be the best episodes. Both of those are S for
And then
me.
we got a couple A's.
So what?
We got a couple A's, but I think 3 and 5 was an S. This was an A. I think episode 2 was an A too. I think we all agree on that. And 1 and 4 was B because 4 was shitty.
No, 4 was like a episode 1 for me was a B.
But I think episode 4 couldn't live up to episode 3. It wasn't an A.
That's the thing, though. It wasn't supposed to keep that peak. You know what I'm saying? Because if it kept that peak and it grew and grew and grew, what the fuck was they going to do for the last episode?
Decline it like they
That'd have been even worse. Man, look, if they had took you all the way high up, right, all the way to the last episode for that shit to be dry, I'd have gave that shit a fucking F.
They wouldn't have been able to do it. They would have had to.
You're right. The season 2, you would say, I don't even play watch season 2 because of this shit.
I'd have watched it for the sake of the video.
Yeah, but
I've watched worse.
Yeah, you're right.
I've watched a whole lot worse. And I'm not saying the series is bad. It's just like Duke said, it was a bunch of missed opportunities. Some stuff was unnecessary, and there's a lot of stuff that's unexplained. Some stuff that should have been there, and it almost felt like they rushed it, and then they fell into the hype, and it is a mixture of a whole bunch of issues. It don't seem like it was real planned out like some of the other ones.
It felt like they were trying to make the episode like his mind, like just scattered all over the place. Like yeah. I get he's scattered, but as the audience, we should be getting a straight, cohesive story for the most part, you know. And if it was necessary to give hints to his backstory, even if it was shrouded in darkness, it should have been done in the first couple episodes and not way towards the back end. You know, when we already done seen him suited up, that's time he could have been in the suit doing something.
Yeah, you know? see, which comes to my next point, which is definitely should have been more than 6 episodes.
Facts.
Definitely should have been more than 6 episodes. It seemed like they tried to cram everything in 6 episodes. And I feel like the only reason they did that is because I feel like Moon Knight was just something that nobody's ever done. And it was just to keep people on the subscription. Yeah. Until the other shit comes.
Though I full-heartedly believe that Disney is in a phase where they don't necessarily know what they want to do. They experiment, and that's why we're getting stuff like Moon Knight and She-Hulk series and Hawkeye series and stuff.
I enjoyed the Hawkeye one though.
I mean, I did too, but you know, they wouldn't have necessarily just jumped to that first, you know, that stuff like that, you know. Hawkeye honestly could have been in a movie with the Black Widow, and it probably would have been a more solid movie watching them go through Budapest. You know, it might have made more sense. I don't know. We'll never get it. But it feels like they're in the experimental stage, you know.
Now I'm wondering, like, Steve Rogers, when he went back in time, there was obviously trouble and villains. What the fuck was he doing while he was back in that time?
Not fighting for black people's civil rights.
With his wife.
Man, I told you the man's in the military, man. That's a whole nother topic. You should know this.
I don't.
But it almost seemed like he went and had this life he always wanted. So if he went and had this life he's always wanted, right? I mean, he never came to present time, which also means the Avengers technically shouldn't have got together.
Pretty much.
Because he basically went and I don't fucking know.
Well, you know,
he made a loop in the time which didn't fucking make sense.
That the loop part don't make sense, but I will say, you know, they did, you know, make a point to say that if you go back in time, your other version don't necessarily disappear. So if he went to the point where he disappeared, I guess his body is still technically in the ice, which would mean that they found him in the future. But by that same logic, there should have been a alternate timeline. The loop, to me, is what don't make sense. Yeah, he should have never been able to pop up in that timeline as old man Steve, you know, unless he knew a way to navigate back, which made me think, well, how smart was Captain America this whole time? You know? And I don't feel like he was smart enough to be able to navigate back to that particular point in time if he stepped off back in time and created a whole branch timeline. Because that's what Loki did, right? Man. The moment he found the Tesseract, he created a branch timeline. He went back with time stones.
Yeah.
You know?
So with that being said, shouldn't they have came and picked Steve Rogers up too?
But you hear what they say in the Loki series, they said that he was supposed to do that. And with Kane having set timelines, you know.
I don't believe that shit. They pulling shit out their ass now.
Man, I'm just giving it to you how I think.
Time travel and anything to do with time is confusing. That's
that's what Kane was saying, bro. He's got a contained timeline. The moment they kill him, you see everything start branching off and all the various timelines that wasn't clipped. Shit that is beyond clippable at this point. But shit like that confused me too, because it's like if Kane was able to snip all these branches down to these contained timelines, why are they uncuttable now if they did the same thing before? When you start fucking with time movies, you get shit like this usually.
Yeah. But you know, but I mean, you know, with the Moon Knight though, I don't know, it just needed more episodes.
Yeah.
Needed more episodes to stretch it out.
I think,
but I am gonna say it's gonna be a lot of people that won't admit that because they're so high up on Disney with this Marvel thing, man, because all the success that's been going on in the past years or whatever. Yeah. But you gotta, you know, point them when they bullshit and when they fuck up, man. Yeah. And this series, it was a good series, but it was a fuck up. It should have been longer.
They should have touched on more. You in Egypt and you doing Egyptian gods, you need to talk about that Africa. That Egypt is in Africa. Why are we not talking about Bast and all of they pantheon? You know, that's a part of it. Cain, he ruled in Egypt for a time period. We just got on the whole Cain thing. Like it feels like they skipped stuff. The Sphinx.
Yeah. Clearly, it just seemed like they just filled that void with Moon Knight to keep people there.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like, because they promised a lot of stuff, and when they started delivering, you got to space this shit out. You want to take focus off one, and you know what I mean. You want to take the focus and swap and whatever. So they got to fill a void until the next one, and I feel like that's what the Moon Knight was. They just didn't know this shit was going to be this fucking popular.
Nah, they didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they anticipated people to be so in tune to it with like they is now.
Nah.
But and since they figured it out, that's why I'm figuring that season 2 probably gonna be a little better than season 1 because of the fact that Moon Knight now is popular.
There go your logic. There go your logic again. There you go.
You know, for me, season 2 of Moon Knight, and I know it's gonna sound weird, is dependent on how season 2 of Loki play out for me. Because if they fuck up season 2 of Loki, they gonna really destroy everything that they trying to build. And that the fact that they using Loki as this push point for everything, Spider-Man, Loki on Moon Knight, Eternals and all of this because of the whole issue that's above now. If Loki season 2 don't answer something, it's gonna drag a lot of stuff for me. I feel like,
man, look, Loki season 2, depending on when it comes out.
Yeah.
If it comes out before the new Ant-Man, they're not going to show you anything with Kane.
Oh, if it comes out before the new Ant-Man, Loki season 2 is going to be pointless and everybody's going to be blowed when they get, I promise you. Because they're going to use
the Ant-Man movie comes out when?
Ant-Man 2023.
Comes out 2023. They just started filming Loki, so it's either going to come out before or after the Ant-Man movie.
I'm thinking that Quantumania probably going to be one of the more bigger movies of the year. So that might be a May movie, summer movie, something like that. So with that being said,
it's either going to come before or after.
Yeah, Loki probably going to be like right around New Year, if not like March, springtime, right before that. Yeah, Disney slick like that. They keep fillers in between, so you.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be.
All I can say is the mouse know how to make money. That mouse know how to make money.
But that mouse know how to cap a lot too.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, man.
But we gotta wait and see. We've got Moon Knight. Very excited for it when it first announced. Good series, just they didn't finish strong for me. They didn't finish strong. I'm not about to sit here and act like everything that comes out that's Marvel is fucking perfect. It's not. And this was not fucking perfect. I don't care how people try to make it seem. It wasn't fucking perfect.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. If you keep letting them believe that all this shit is great and fucking perfect, you're gonna get
the same.
You're gonna get mid-tier shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of mid-tier shit because of these fucking fanboys. Like I like Marvel. You know what I mean? I watch everything they do. I'm not gonna be one of those typical fanboys that just praise every fucking thing they do. And you keep getting shitty work. Like this series should have been way better than what it was.
Yeah, it should.
Hell, they could have added maybe 2 episodes. Hell, they could have added one more episode.
One more episode would have been
that way. They could have scratched this shit better and gave us a real, true, good fucking ending.
That's all we ask.
But we got a post-credit scene instead of another damn episode.
And that's another thing, bro, for me. They wearing the post-credit scene out. They are wearing it out. It used to be something so special, bro. Now we get 2 and 3 post-credit scenes. I'm like, it used to be just one, and it used to be such a significant moment. Now it don't even mean shit. We wait for it and be completely disappointed. Like Spider-Man, bro. I couldn't believe that the end credit scene was a trailer for the next movie. I'm like, that's the laziest shit I've ever seen. And then on top of that, the one person we've been waiting on in the whole movie is in a bar the whole time. And the same thing with Moon Knight.
I told you that was going. I told you he wasn't.
And you was right. Matter of fact, you said the same thing about that and the whole thing about Jake. They keep saying, and they did it again. They done got us again with the same move, basically. The same exact move, bro.
They just teasing it and they slow. But see what they're doing. I feel like what they're doing is they're slowly combining that Sony Spider-Verse, with the Marvel Disney Spider-Verse. They're slowly doing it because they give us little hints in either the Disney Marvel or the Sony fucking Spider-Man shit. They give us.
I agree. Because my whole thing is I think Sony plans on doing they Spider-Verse, bro, with all their little Sony movies and stuff. And I think Marvel is gonna blow up the 616 universe, however that takes place. And I think they finna to move to a whole fucking new multiverse, bro. They gonna use this whole madness multiverse shit and basically blow this universe up and start fresh, bro.
And we're not even gonna talk about that. You want to talk about fucking end credit scenes?
Don't do it.
And you know what? End it. And I'm gonna say this, and then we go ahead and end it after we talk about this. In Doctor Strange, right? The post-credit scene where his future ex-wife pops up.
Yeah, right.
Come with me. I'm a Bruce Campbell fan. I like Bruce Campbell. I enjoyed the end credit scene more than the post credit scene. This motherfucker still wigging out.
Yeah, like, dude, with the curse hand. Hey,
it's finally over.
But we knew it was a nod to another movie though. It's his whole thing because he in all of what the old Sam Raimi movies and stuff. Matter of fact, he was in all the Spider-Man. I think he was supposed to be a Mysterio. See,
he was
missed opportunity.
The announcer inside of the fighting ring in the first Spider-Man movie.
Bro, from what I understood, because he played 3 or 4 different characters in that Spider-Man series. They were setting him up to be Mysterio and never got to it. And this was a missed opportunity for him to be in the movie.
Best thing, it still can happen.
Yeah.
The way everything is going, it still can happen. That's only if Bruce Campbell does it. That's, like I said, man, I'm a Bruce Campbell fan, man. I like that end credit scene better than that post credit scene. That post credit scene did nothing for me.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying before, that they kind of ruining them now.
Come with me, and then he does this, and the fucking eye pop up, and it goes up. Like, come on,
fuck me up, because I'm like, man, now all of a sudden you got control over it. Just like not even a minute ago, you was in agonizing pain.
Nah, but I mean, how much time? Like the post credit scene tells how much time passed.
Kinda, it said it's insinuating that a good bit of time passed and he got better control of it.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I'm like, what the fuck? Why are we doing time jumps in a post credit scene? And I feel like stuff like that give them wiggle room for fuck ups. They like, well, it happened in between this period. So
and it just goes to show that after they got rid of the original Avengers, they have nothing else to do. They don't know what the fuck to do. They just running with it. And then after the last Spider-Man movie, it's like they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. And then they had did the whole another video. I was about to go into the whole Doctor Strange thing. Another video. Anyways, from me, episode 6 was an A. Series was an A.
I definitely gave it an A. The series, episode 6 was an A as well.
Same thing. Episodes A, series A.
Now,
do better than me.
Right.
But you know, this is the 6th episode. You know, you go back, watch episode 1 through 5 of the Nerd Box Moon Knight series, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. You know what I mean? And look, it's been me, Dom.
It was Major.
Your boy EJ.
And it's your boy shit.
Hey, don't hate.
Hey man, get out of here. Hey, until next time.